Chicago gay bars are boycotting Transheuser-Busch. Yes, we think, why are the gay bars boycotting Transheuser-Busch? I thought it was the conservatives boycotting Transheuser-Busch. We are also boycotting Transheuser-Busch. Everybody is boycotting Transheuser-Busch. Why? Because Bud Light and the team over there have taken their most clear step to distance themselves from Dylan Mulvaney. They said it was one can, we didn't sell it, we didn't sign off on it, we don't like it, please leave us alone. But they didn't quite go far enough to earn back the support of the conservatives who actually bought their beer. They've just gone far enough to irritate the leftists and the pro-LGBT people who have been buying Bud Light in protest of the conservatives, not buying Bud Light in protest of transgenderism. So Bud Light, yet again, has made the worst decision available to it. What are they saying? Several gay bars in Chicago are boycotting actually all AB InBev products. That's Anheuser-Busch, was bought by this Belgian company, InBev. And they're doing it because of anti-transgender actions and statements. Two Bears Tavern Group. Bears, that's a gay term, right? About like big guys, about like big hairy guys. It owns 4 gay bars in Chicago. Maybe it's just a Chicago thing, like the Chicago Bears. I don't know. I don't really want to know. Say all Two Bears Tavern Group bars are discontinuing Anheuser-Busch InBev products as a result of the brewers' anti-transgender actions and statements. Their response, quote, shows how little Anheuser-Busch cares about the LGBTQIA plus community, and in particular, transgender people who have been under unrelenting attack in this country. Bud Light doesn't listen to me. They don't want my advice, I guess. I don't know. They keep making the worst decision possible. There is only one course of action that can help you, Bud Light. Your first course of action that could have helped you was shutting up. They couldn't do that. So, okay, your second course of action, the only one that can help you right now, is you need to come out firmly and strongly against transgenderism, against the whole preposterous ideology. You will never win over the LGBT LMNOP people. There aren't enough of them to sustain your beer company, first of all. Second of all, the ideology is completely out of step with reality, and so you're going to alienate the broader public that does not have this particular pathology. But 3, if you stand in the middle of the road, you are going to get hit by a truck. There is no way to avoid this particular issue. Certain political issues, you can avoid them. As I made clear in my CPAC speech, which set the whole liberal establishment spinning, this is one of those issues where you can't. Either women have bathrooms or they don't. This is one of those fundamental issues. And the loving, compassionate, truthful, smart business decision kind of response that you can give here is, we oppose transgenderism. That was wrong. We fired the people who sponsored Dylan Mulvaney. We support frat boys and construction workers and boys and girls having their own bathrooms. We are strongly against men competing against women in sports. We're strongly on the side of reality. Budweiser, this Bud's for you. We're going to recast the frogs. We're firing Mulvaney. We're going to put the frogs back in the commercials. And you know what? We're not even going to turn the frickin' frogs gay. We're going to go back to normal. Please buy our beer again. We are sorry. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. If Bud Light came out and said that, people would buy their beer again. Conservatives who don't even like their beer would probably buy it just to show support for this statement and to show the rest of corporate America that they need to get on the page too. They would do it. Anything short of that is not going to work. It's just going to irritate everybody, and then Bud Light's going to go away. Right now, go to Geniusell.com/Knowles. If you're still looking for the perfect Mother's Day gift that will make the women in your life feel pampered and appreciated, our friends over at Geniusell have you covered. Geniusell's most popular package is specially curated to nourish and rejuvenate your skin. Right now, they're offering 70% off this package, which includes their Ultra Retinol and Dark Spot Corrector. This nighttime moisturizer contains a powerful retinol alternative to visibly reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and skin discoloration without the irritation of retinol. My producer, Ben Davies, should use Geniusell's Ultra Retinol because he comes in, he looks haggard. I say, Ben, I don't want to commit an HR violation, but you need to look better. You got to check out Geniusell. Of their products, I love the under eye bag treatment. I think it's just great. They have a guarantee. If you don't start seeing results right away, they will offer you your money back. I also love the founder of Geniusell, great Coptic Christian from Egypt, left Egypt to go pursue the American dream. Try Geniusell's most popular package during their Mother's Day sale for 70% off at Geniusell.com/Knowles. Every most popular package features their Ultra Retinol and Dark Spot Corrector. Get a complimentary Spa Essentials box with every package order from now until Mother's Day. They'll even upgrade you to free priority shipping. Don't wait. Geniusell.com/Knowles. Geniusell.com/Knowles. Right now, go to CozyEarth.com, use promo code Knowles. Moms deserve the best of everything, including the best night's sleep. This Mother's Day, give your mama super soft, luxurious, designer-preferred bedding from Cozy Earth. Cozy Earth's luxury bedding and loungewear transforms lives by offering the world's softest, most luxurious, and responsibly sourced bedding with an eye toward quality, responsible production, cutting-edge technology, and premium materials. Cozy Earth selects only the best suppliers. They have over 5,000 happy customer reviews on their site. They offer a 100-night guarantee on their sheets, and their sheets get softer and softer with every wash. Invest today in a good night's sleep. When you sleep well, your life goes well. And the mama in my life, the mama to my two little boys, is absolutely thrilled about Cozy Earth. I'm sure yours will be as well. Cozy Earth has a huge Mother's Day sale going on right now. Save up to 35% off with my promo code Knowles, K-N-O-W-L-E-S, at CozyEarth.com. Promo code Knowles at checkout for 35% off your order at CozyEarth.com. Speaking of, not gay bars, but speaking of places with silly costumes that have a reputation for being a little bit light in the loafers. Merry Old England just had a coronation over the weekend. Maybe you watched it. Maybe you saw the plumes and the robes and the carriages and everything. I don't have much to say about the coronation. Obviously, the United States broke away from England some time ago. The UK broke away from my church some time before that. And it's not my thing. I get it. But I did watch the coronation. And I did enjoy large parts of the coronation. There were many, many faults to find with it. There are many, many faults to find with King George. There are many, many faults to find with what has happened with the royal family and with the UK in general. But in a world that is so fanatically opposed to tradition, how could a conservative not celebrate the coronation of the King of England? You don't need to be a monarchist. You don't need to be a Brit. You don't need to be an Anglican. You don't need to like Charles. You don't need to do any of those things. In a world that tells you past bad, present crisis, future always better. In a world that tells you that if you don't chop off your kids' genitals, you're a bad parent, we're going to take your kids from you. In a world that tells you that Christianity is a joke and God doesn't exist and we're just a bunch of meat sacks that need to eat the bugs and live in pods and own nothing and be happy. In a world that tells you that, then even the coronation of a pretty liberal guy who pals around with Klaus Schwab, who has kooky religious views, who has all his problems, in that world, it seems to me a conservative has to celebrate the maintenance of some kind of tradition on a chair that's, 700 years old or something like that, in Westminster Abbey, which has hosted every crowning of a king going back to the Norman Conquest. It gives you something to hold on to. And that's, I think, what we're grappling with in our political order. We have nothing left to hold on to. Part of this is the building. Okay, part of this is the fact that this is a big, beautiful abbey, and we don't build things like this anymore. We don't even build big courtrooms, courthouses, and train stations anymore. Used to be early 20th century New York. If you walked into a courthouse, you were in a big, grand place. You felt like you had dignity. When you came into New York City, you showed up either in Grand Central or the old Penn Station, and it was big and grand, and you felt like a person with dignity. And then everything has become smaller, and courthouses now look like little meeting rooms from some paper company, and train stations look like little rat mazes. That what they did to New York, the old Penn Station, they put it all underground. You enter New York feeling like a mouse or a rat. And that changes how you view yourself and you view your society. The reason we want big courthouses, the reason we want big palaces, the reason we want big cathedrals and abbeys for that matter, is for the feeling of solidity, the feeling of continuity over generations. To build those cathedrals, it would take generations, many, many decades, over a century sometimes. And that feeling of inertia and weight and history and near permanence has been lost. And if we can hold on to that to get through a little bit of this cultural madness, then I'll look past a lot of the faults, even of somebody like King Charles. I won't even go down the line of thinking that gets us to the true King of England, who's obviously the Jacobite successor, the Archduke Franz of Bavaria, or his brother Maximilian, or his grandson, Prince Joseph Wenzel of Liechtenstein. I'm not even going to go down that path. I just think we ought to celebrate the very fact of a celebration of tradition, like the coronation. Man, that was some clip. Make sure that you get all the clips and the whole show and the long interviews and the yes or no game and everything by subscribing here to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. Ring the bell, ding the dong, hit the thing. We'll see you next time.